Hi everyone, hi YouTubers, just hello everyone. My name is Adanina. Welcome to Intuitive Talks, where I, your host, I intuit into it, you intuit into it, we intuit into it, we all intuit into it. I just intuited into it, and I'm just connecting the dots while also just remembering memory. Thank you so much for tuning into Intuitive Talks. Um, on this episode of Intuitive Talks, I would just be talking about my seasonal feelings about the season um, of the astrological sign seasons. For example, now we are coming to the end of Cancer season, and yeah, I like to always, besides doing my tarot readings, uh, I do my personal recording readings on like my manual recorder, and yeah, I don't know how to upload that yet, so I'm not going to disturb myself. Maybe Leo season I'll be able to upload them. If not, there are other topics to talk about. Anyway, but like I was saying, I'm doing seasonal feelings. I'm just saying my seasonal feelings of the season that is going on now and that is about to close. Um, I think Cancer season is from June 22, to uh, July 22. So, and this is for the year 2020. Like I said, I like to give a seasonal recap of how I felt during a particular zodiac sign season. You understand? So, like I said, I do it on my recorder, and that's my manual recorder or my voice recorder on my phones. I I try not to miss. I try not to miss it, so I usually do it most of the time. So as I've already said, this seasonal feelings recording is going to be about the Cancer season, of course, that is, about to end now. Um, that's about to end. I think tomorrow is the last day. Tomorrow is the last day of Cancer season. So I want to say happy birthday to all people, to everyone who celebrated their birthday from June 22 or June 21, 2020 up until July 22, 2020. I hope you enjoyed your season. I hope you enjoyed the Cancer season and what the universe had to bring to you. And I hope you were able to also teach others, indirectly or directly, what you have to offer, or what Cancer season has to offer through you. You understand? And of course, I'm not a Cancer sun. Uh, you know, of course, if you're not a Cancer sun, you could still tune in to the part of you, that is Cancer. Um, One thing I think I failed to say about my introductory video, um, which I just decided I'm not going to do a part two to it, was that um, well, my moon sign. Maybe I'm not ready to say my moon sign yet, but since I'm doing Cancer season readings, I just want to first start by saying, I've already greeted you guys. Happy birthday. Um, I want to say, sorry, excuse me. I want to say, I have my Jupiter in Cancer. I have my wounded Chiron in Cancer. What else? I know. Yeah, I have my midheaven in Cancer. My 10th house is in Cancer. So Capricorn is in the fourth house. So since I'm doing my seasonal feelings recording on how I feel about Cancer season, I like with each and every season, I do it like this. I just go off the flow on impulse most of the time. I rarely, it's not that I haven't, but I think during Pisces season and maybe Scorpio season or something like that, maybe Virgo, I don't know. But I know I remember vividly for one of the other years that I've done it in Pisces season where I had to literally write down and be somewhat organized, you understand, on my seasonal feelings. But I'm not gonna do that. Uh, well, I start what I do with my seasonal feelings reading is my seasonal feelings recording is that I say if a season was beneficial to me, was whether it was favorable or non-favorable. However, whatever I answer, whatever I say is favorable or is not, it doesn't mean that it is or it isn't. So it's just basically on how I'm feeling or how I'm intuiting into it. Okay. So, and sometimes I can just be like, yeah, no, maybe so. So just bear with me. But yes. Um Overall, how did I feel about Cancer season and how it was to me? Well, it was, how would I say? I can say it was favorable to me. It was somewhat favorable to me, and I'm being shy about how favorable I believe Cancer season is to me. Uh, Let me start by saying that I usually look forward to Cancer season. Um, for me, it really represents the endings and beginnings of something and powerful manifestation for me, whether knowingly or unknowingly. Um, I want to say that during the Cancer season, especially from what I remember from last year, my prayer during the Cancer season is super powerful. And I thought that Scorpio season was powerful, but Cancer season is super, super powerful for me. When I pray, I it's almost as if I'm scared of myself because it's like last year I manifested exactly where I am now. You understand? And it was a combination of using my masculine energy and my feminine energy. And mind you, if I've not said it, Cancer season, if you don't know, I mean, Cancer sign is a feminine sign, is a sign of water. If I'm not mistaken, it means I feel. The motto is I feel. So, of course, it has to do with emotions, you know, and that sort of a thing. So, what I was trying to say is that it is a feminine sign. So, it's like, yes, I feel that. You understand? Like, I feel very, very feminine uh, during the Cancer season. I feel attractive. I feel like I let my hair out. I let my hair the way it is. Like, for example, now this is a wig. This is the first time I'm wearing like human hair wig. And this, I bought this wig. I mean, I bought this hair. Um, it was very expensive, but it was supposed to be for my birthday, and I was trying to, get it from my friend or something, for someone, for, like how you want like a guy to give you something, you don't necessarily want to get it for yourself, even if you have the money. You understand? But unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a gift, but I already have a gift of having a shelter over my head, and um, well provided for, even if it's just for a second right now. Well kept. You understand? And I'm fine, and I had the money in my account, so I bought the hair, and I kid you not, even though I've done wigs before, maybe about one or two. It hasn't always been really, really successful like that. And I know I did like a couple. I did about two distinctive wigs. You understand? One that was, it was fairly, it was fairly decent. And I rocked it, but it was synthetic wig. So this is the first time, I got hair, and I'm 30. So I don't understand how, this is the first time I'm like, wearing something really like, like, hey girl, I'm grown type of wig. You understand? And for me to make it by myself, like, man. Um well, it it was just it was just an experience for me, going into my femininity. And that's not to say that, other seasons where I'm supposed to feel feminine, that I don't. It's just that with Cancer season, like I said, it's very, very, I feel very, very powerful as a woman. You understand? Even though I feel powerful, I'm very, very scared. It's kind of like, me fighting between believing in myself and manifesting. And it's kind of like fighting my um masculine energy with with my negative energy, which is my feminine energy. It's just wonderful. um I mostly went through times where, I felt very, very attractive. I tried to keep a routine, which of course I'm not really disciplined, but I try to discipline myself because I I think because of the way my planets are placed, all most or I think all of my planets are in the opposite house, if you get what I'm saying. Like, we're in Cancer season, but Cancer is in the 10th house for me. So, feeling like a Capricorn. You understand? So, I felt very, very intelligent. Like, I'm feeling really, really intelligent. I don't usually feel intelligent. I know, because I don't usually reason like that, but I was just like raccoon type smart. And I think raccoons are one of the most intelligent people. And like, if I've not said it before, I believe I have said it. I'm like a storyteller. So it was very interesting to use my brain power. um, Even though I didn't always use it, because I was relying more on my womb of knowledge, my natural woman instincts, um, and whatever gifts that I think I have or I don't. But I felt really privileged, as a woman, to have a lot of things that I have, whether I felt that somebody wanted to give me what they wanted to give me or not. I received I received the goodness of God, and I'm just so grateful. Yes, Cancer season is one of the times where I feel very spoiled. Because like I said, I manifested, where I'm living. I don't pay anything. I don't really do anything. So it's more like I'm a spoiled child, a spoiled woman. But I feel like I give my heart, I give of my energy. If you want, I can talk you I can talk to you for a long time. I can talk your head up. You understand? I can talk to you. You understand? I can talk to you. I can give you talks. I can give you intuitive talks all day. You understand? It's just that, it's hard for me to connect with people because number one, like I said, my planets are in the opposite house. So we're in a season of Cancer, but it's in my 10th house, so I'm kind of functioning like a Capricorn. So that's how my whole life is. You understand? Trying for me to balance masculine with the feminine energy. Mind you, I tend to be more masculine um, with things, but at the same time, I can be rough. I can be rough, but once I decide to touch myself up, voila, it's like a transgender of a beautiful woman. You understand? And it's like you look at life and you're just like, huh, well, just when you think you can do something, out of nothing came a lot of something, and then it would seem like nothing. You understand? But it's not, it's everything. So, and what I just explained now is kind of like explaining a woman and, her purpose is for her to kind of like look like nothing, but she's actually everything, if that makes sense. From what I gathered last year, you understand, like when I was from when I was recording on my manual recorder uh for the seasonal feelings for Cancer season of last year, I I still feel like that. You understand? I feel like Cancer season just represents the season of a woman's period, of her period. You understand? Of literally her period. Like, forgive me this TMI. Just know that, especially if you're 18, I mean, this is appropriate for the channel, I believe. Um, I'm on my period right now. I'm menstruating right now, and for for this particular period, I started on the 19th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the 19th. I started on the 19th. And this period, I really enjoyed this period, even though I went through, or I'm going through a roller coaster of emotions, and it's kind of like during the Cancer season. Of course, it starts from June, so I've seen my period has been regular for a couple of years now. Um, Before it wasn't like that when I was a teenager or even in my early 20s. I I used to have irregular periods, like I could go for 6 months without seeing my period, and that was just normal for me. I will worry about it, and as soon as I worry about it, the next day I see my period, or the next couple of days I see my period, or the next week I see my period. It's just amazing how intuition and the womb of knowledge works. Um, uh, like I was saying, this type of period, this period that I'm going through right now, I started on the 19th, and I notice A lot. And I mean, in your period, you're supposed to notice a lot anyway, right? You know, um, I noticed that it was Sunday morning and I nearly did not go use the bathroom before I left because I pee a lot. I use the bathroom a lot sometimes. And a lot is going on with me right now, and that I may not necessarily get into. I mean, a lot goes on with a lot of people. But that particular time, when you get dressed up, I get dressed up for church, and it's not easy when you get dressed up for church and you dressed up, you've worn your high heels, or you even worn any type of heels. You go into church, and you know, it may not be the club, but to me, it's almost like the same thing. It's an outing, so I gotta look sexy. I have to look good when I go to church. It may be a bad thing, but I try to look as sexy as I can. When I wear a skirt, I wanna look good. Um, I don't know what it is, but you know, I like I like to look beautiful, and plus, in my church, I'm supposed to be the ordained minister. I like to call myself ordained minister. No, not ordained minister. I'm sorry. I'm not a minister. The ordained usher of God. My pastor ordained me, to be usher. I'm not really much of a church goer, but when I go to church, so even when I go to church, when I do, I don't always do. I don't always, um, how do you say it? I don't always do my ushering job. You understand? Sometimes I'm too nervous. I'm worried about who is laughing at me. And it's so funny because that's a contrast. I love attention. But for me, it's more of I love positive attention. I love when somebody looks at me and they say I'm beautiful. I mean, that's any woman, right? The only time I try to be low key is when I feel like I've gotten myself in an embarrassing situation. That's when I'll just kind of like, you know, I don't want to say this word, but I'll just cower out. But other than that, understand, it's just, there's no, I just want to go through the motions of the drama. Like I said, it could be the South Node in Leo. I don't know. But, I love to look nice. Um, Even if I don't have a lot of money, when I have money, when I buy my clothes, you get what I'm saying? And I don't even buy brands. Mind you, I don't buy brands. I could buy expensive clothes, but you may not see me in Gucci. You may see me something in Gucci print, but not really Gucci. I don't know what Gucci bag is. I've never bought it. I don't know Louis Vuitton. You'll never see me there. I can buy a bag from Payless Shoes and carry that bag for many years. Buy a bag from someone. Maybe someone is selling it. Buy from them, or I go to the mall, look for who is selling handbags or whatnot. I buy it. I buy a nice one. I keep it. You know, and you know, it is what it is. I'm looking beautiful in it, and like now, this. What is it? Wait, what's that? That looks. Oh yeah, what? I don't know what that is. Oh, that's my ear. Okay, let me show you on another side. Yeah, see, these are another type of earrings. I don't really know what they call rings, where you put it on the ear. You understand? So I go for periods where I'm not looking, really feminine, to where I'm like, you know, all girly or woman like, like I'm supposed to be. You understand? Uh, well, yeah. just like how I'm rambling on, it's just like how my period feels. I go through times where I'm feeling very anxious. Then I feel very, like feel like very fatigued or tired. But like I said, I'm going through other things. It's kind of like, okay, feeling like I want to take care of myself, but not really having much of the energy. And then kind of like, using a little bit of effort, you understand? And for me, granting myself a for effort, for just, putting myself together, even though if it's a little bit, you understand? So that's how period my period is making me feel, and that's what the cancer season is letting me know. Like I said, I had my period twice this season, and it just felt like it was almost back to back, because like I said before, when I start to worry about my period, even when it's regular, it's been regular for a couple of years, I see it. You get what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you want me? Here I am. You understand? And it's like, what? Mind you, I'm PMSing though. The whole time. I'm PMSing. I'm anxious. I'm anxious. How I'm just I'm I don't want to say I'm all over the place, but yes, it's kind of like the moon. Yeah, the menstrual cycle is the moon cycle. Duh. You can't make any of these things up. You understand? So, it's just like the moon, where it's like, oh, I may start off sweet, or I may start off strong, and then I just go to like, oh, laissez faire, like really feminine. And then I'm like, I have to do this, to like pacing anxiously, like, oh, why did I do it? What do I do? How do I do it? When do I do it? I do it. And it's like magic. It's like moon magic. It's like woman magic. It's like pure magic. It's like, now this is what real witchcraft is about. You understand? And then we just had the new moon cycle. I mean, not new moon cycle. The new moon in Cancer that happened on the 20th, if I'm not mistaken. That was yesterday. You understand? A lot happened where I'll just reach out to somebody that I'm scared to. Even today, I won't reach out to anyone there. And then after that, I just crazy. You understand? Where, expressing myself, even though it may seem hard, it's not hard anymore. It's kind of like being a woman feels very natural and easy. Like if you just give yourself a little bit of the effort to just touch yourself, to touch up yourself. You understand? You give yourself time to put on the makeup. The reason why I'm emphasizing this is because I like to look at myself as not a girly girl. I'm very tomboyish a lot of times in my behavior, to the point where I love men. I know a lot of women say this, but I love a man, even a woman that is in touch with her feminine side. I just love to see it because it's so amazing to me, and I appreciate it because I'm able to watch a man like be reserved, and I'm able to shout, you understand, and act as if I'm this confident person, you understand, and just act like I'm bold, or just be bold or something like that. I just love to see that feminine energy, you understand. Besides, I love seafood, like literally and technically, if you know what I mean. I eat, you give me money, it's gonna be spent on seafood. I think my love of seafood and pasta and things like that, mind you, I shouldn't be eating any of this, is is the reason why I'm going through some other mess. You understand? My love of food, which I feel is part of the cancer season. You understand? To eat. You understand? If I'm not mistaken, cancer is one of the signs that represents death. It's a cardinal sign It's a cardinal sign. So if I'm not mistaken, because yeah, cardinal signs represents change, or like, fast change, or something like that. You understand? If you don't understand me, just try to look it up. You understand? Just fast look up. Um, yeah, where they can spring into change fast, or end something really fast. So either way, it's still a death. You understand? Is a death that is a beginning. Is a beginning that is. I don't want to say it like that. It's a beginning, yeah. That's the end of a cycle. You understand? I can't overemphasize this enough. I like manifested this um lifestyle, even though I didn't know I was doing it. Like this life that I'm living, like this house that I'm in. You understand? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, seriously. Besides, being a woman, and you know having the audacity to use to pull from my masculine energy of Capricorn, and or just allowing myself to be a woman and just receiving the goodness of God, and just receiving, you understand, being provided for. Even though I love being a woman and I love receiving, that is a very, very hard thing for me to stand by this day and age, where even women, they feel the need, oh, I work hard, this and that, when you don't have to. You don't have to. Especially if you're feminine. If you're a feminine woman, I'm not. I honestly cannot really classify myself as a feminine woman, because everything that I have ever wanted in life, everything that I feel like that I've ever wanted, most of the time I have had to put forth masculine energy, meaning I'd had to like give up the dick, like to say, listen, talk to me, even though I'm scared. I'm like, hello, oh. Even if I don't know what to say, I will I've always been like, I'll call this person. I'll call this person, even though the guy doesn't want to talk to me, or I feel like he doesn't want to talk to me. But that's the brain cut swingo, or that's like the challenge I'm trying to figure out with when to use my masculine energy when I have excess of it. Do I use it, which I do, and I overdo it because it's what's familiar to me, is what has yielded results for me? Or do I just lay back like I really want to a lot of times, or all the time, to receive? You understand? If I'm not mistaken, Cancer sign also represents the sacral chakra, which is the second chakra. We have about 7 chakras, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't know if I can name all of them. The first one is the root chakra. The second one is uh, the sacral chakra. Then we have the solar plexus, the heart chakra, uh, throat chakra. Wait, isn't there a chakra? Yeah, that's the heart chakra. The heart chakra is around the breasts. Yeah, the heart chakra is still, I think it represents the breast. If I'm wrong, don't quote me, but the heart chakra, after the heart chakra, throat chakra. Then we have your third eye around here or so, like that. Third eye. Then you have your crown chakra, which should be like at your crown, you know. So, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, crown. So, uh, mind you, I just only have basis about this. I'm not claiming to be a guru about these things. Once again, this channel is intuitive talks. What does intuition mean anyway? It means knowing without knowing, and that is completely the definition of the type of person I am, the type of woman I am, and the type of woman any woman is, to be honest, to a certain extent. You understand? Like naturally, you understand, instinctively, a woman is a woman, just like instinctively a man is a man. You understand? I forgot my train. Forgot my train of thought. But yeah, you know, cancer, I believe, represents the sacral chakra, which is the chakra of, I believe, is the chakra of receiving too. I think, yeah, it's the chakra of, how do I say it? It's the pleasure chakra. See how I was saying, oh yeah, I look good, I feel attractive. A lot of times, like even now, you know, busty is a cancer is about the breasts. You understand, the girls. You understand. So wow, just thinking about what I've been through. Anywho, you understand? You know what? From a very young age, I have always loved having breasts. And even though I've been through some things, even with these breasts, I'm so glad to have breasts. Like when when I wake up in the morning and I have breasts, I'm praising the Lord. I mean, sometimes, don't get me wrong, I love having a vagina. I love receiving all of the goodness of God. I really do. But sometimes, the way I appreciate women, the way I feel about women, I a lot of times feel like I really want to be like an hermaphrodite. I think that's how they call it, hermaphrodite, where you understand, or just to just have a dick, just to make sure a woman is, just to pleasure a woman, just seriously. But yeah, but that doesn't mean I love, trust me, in bed. I think that is why I don't, let me not expose myself too much, but in bed, I am very, very submissive. I was just laughing about this with a particular online friend of mine, who is, funny enough, she's a cancer. You understand? Where, anyway, I'm not going to go into that, but I'll go into that. I'll go into this, where she was saying, damn, what did she say? Why did I forget what? Why do I always do this? Anyway, what? Anyway, I forgot my train of thought. But I was talking to an online friend. She's a cancer, and she, she taught me a lot about, well, indirectly and a little bit directly. She was very, very bold with her, sexual urges and, what she wanted, you know. And I thought that I was very bold in what I wanted. And, it was kind of like conversation, and what I'm talking about with my cancer friend also happened this cancer season. We're still in cancer season, so talking to her turned into like a virtual sexual experience that I will never forget in my life. It was so beautiful to behold breasts. Well, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Um, I love how bold she was with her energy, with her sexuality, even though sometimes it was too forced. I, you understand, because I tend to like a woman in her element, like when she's very feminine. Because believe it or not, I'm very, very, very masculine. I don't want to say too masculine like a Leo, but kind of up there. You understand? Especially not masculine like a Sagittarius, but still around the lines of being an Aries. You understand? Like masculine. You understand? But before I lose this train of thought, she was very, very masculine with, not very masculine. Of course, she was feminine, but with her bold approaches, she was kind of like quite masculine with, in a Capricorn way. You understand, on what, in Capricorn fashion, what I feel was Capricorn fashion a little bit of what she wanted in bed. You understand, and what she wanted me to do, and intuitively knowing if I was gonna be serious or not. You understand, her picking that up, and I was just in awe, you know of the experience. You understand, and um having phone sex. I think with a woman, it was the first time that I would really acknowledge that I had phone sex, and then virtual sex. And once we were having virtual sex, which is almost like phone sex too, uh, it was so I it was wonderful. I and I knew, because of how bold she was and how Capricorn like she was sometimes with her energy, and me just being this signs that I have. You understand? It was just very nice to behold such a sight. You understand? But still, it didn't mean I wasn't taken aback sometimes. You understand? And I think even though I'm not a man, I think that many past lives, if I know what I'm saying, that I've been a man many times, and this might be the first time or first couple of times that I am a woman. You understand? I understand. I feel like I understand men when they just want women to just be a woman. You understand, and not be, you know, masculine. You get what I'm saying? Just be in your place, like do this, do that. You understand? And then she's just like, and she's just like her demeanor. It's just like, okay, when she does it. You understand? But she this cancer woman I'm talking about, you know, she's well established in her career, um, doing well. So I was a little slightly jealous, but I don't need to be. I mean, she's good. She's doing what she's supposed to do. Um, she straight up told me, you understand, because our conversation was going in a certain way where she started asking me, when we were trying to have normal conversation. Mind you, before we started talking, we didn't talk for a long time. We didn't talk for a long time. I think we talked for once briefly, and then we didn't talk in about 2 years. Then what am I saying now? She was asking me, yeah, no, I asked her, I was like, oh, I thought you will already be married by now, because, she was dating someone, so it was like small talk. You understand? She was like, no, me and that broke up. I'm now with a new person. So I'm like, okay, who, and all that. And we're talking. And then she was like, what about me? I was like, not me. Me, I've not been I've not really like had anything solid since my last relationship, and that was my first relationship and my first solid relationship, and um she was like, well, oh, you get a man and all that, and I was like, I don't have the type of magic you have. See me down playing myself, downgrading myself, you understand? And she's like, oh no, don't say that, you will get this man and all that. And I kind of sort of, I'm very good with flirting with women, I guess because of masculine energy, and that the fact that I like seafood. But uh it's still a dangerous thing to do, where if a woman is not comfortable with herself, or you don't know what she's been through, and you're bringing that energy as a woman to her, and you don't know what her beliefs is, and you get what I'm saying. That's very dangerous, you understand? And I've been in a situation where I think I made a woman feel so bad, even though I was just admiring how beautiful she was. And you know I made her kind of scared to be around me, to the point where she felt that she needed protection from her other friends, you understand? I mean, all you for me, I think I'm pretty harmless. All you have to do is just, you know gesture that you don't want it, or that you don't like my flirtation, you understand? And nobody is going to for that. I don't want to continue to play with someone like that. But I'm pretty good with just going with the flow and flirting. So that's how our conversation was, me and this particular cancer friend during the cancer season, which is still going on, about to end. And 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 she, what was that? Yeah, she started talking. She was talking about, it was kind of boring, because I know that, I mean, when she's talking about men, you understand? And it's not that I don't like men. The way I like men, I do love men. So I mean, I love women. I do. I really do. I love women. But I love men too. I mean, why wouldn't I love men? I love men. Um, well, she was talking about men, but it was kind of boring, because I was, just receiving her energy, and I guess that's one of the reasons why I didn't talk to her, because I kind of calculated in my mind that she may not be into that thing, even though I already knew that she may, by what I say, understand, being into like lesbianism. But you understand, being into like, same sex in, sexual interaction, you understand? So I'm just picking up on her vibes, and she's just very, very naturally, I don't want to say seductive, but yes, very, yeah, very sexual. You understand? So I was kind of like trying not to go that direction, and she was, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to explain it. Like I, I think she's attractive, and I've not talked to her for 2 years, and she didn't talk to me, and I just, kind of just like, you know, kind of just like send her a little, and it's not like that, I just send her a message, you understand, just something to show her, just, just and let it be. But she was talking to me, hey honey, which I don't like. I tell people not to use endearments for me, especially if they are younger than me. I hate that. But she has that bad habit of doing it. I told her not to do it. I told her, but she was shady about it, and getting smart. She was like, oh hon, I mean, Ada. I'm like, okay. And then as our conversation started to go with her seduction and anything, I was like, you can call me anything you want. You could call me anything you want. I mean, like, just, you could call me honey, you could call me sweetie, you can say hon. I didn't like it at all, but for majority of the conversation, I was psyched out. After the beginning phases, I was psyched out into her antics, the womanly antics, you understand, of just, you know, being seduced by her, um, being in her energy, feeling like water. And then before you know it, we started having phone sex. And like I said, I think that's the first time, the very first time I had phone sex with a woman. I think I've tried, I know I've flirted with women over the phone, but it never like, I don't remember it going into phone sex. Um, it hasn't gone in, I don't remember it going into phone sex. I've only flirted with her, you understand, to see, to see, you know, you know, to see and to actually to just hear with this areolas, if you know, like a man, if I could hit, you get what I'm saying. And I don't know why I'm acting bold like this. I'm so awkward, but I like to think I'm very bold, you understand. But she definitely made me feel like I'm not, and she's younger than me. And I get that a lot, where where I meet people who are younger than me, but they're very, very much, more comfortable with their sexuality, or with their, with talking about sex than me. I do like it. It's just that I don't know which extreme to go to sometimes, because I feel like when I go there, people may like, oh, you like a woman, oh my god, you understand, that type of talking. I don't want to ever for be in that type of a situation, because it's just not good for my spirit. It's not good, whether it's really a good thing or not, you understand. I don't want to be where, you understand, somebody is raining on my parade when I'm trying to feel juicy and wet down there, and you understand, and you telling me about the word of God. Is it good? Anywho, I digress. So, bottom line, we got into phone sex because she was talking. Because she was talking about men, and she was like, "Oh, don't worry, you find a man who love you and stuff." I was like, "That's why I'm telling you, teach me." You understand? Because she's a Cancer, so I already know she doesn't have any problem attracting anything she wants. So I was like, "Teach me, put me on game." She was like, "What am I going to teach you?" I'm like, "Just teach me." You understand? And she was like, "Don't worry, you get it, man." I was like, nah, if you know me, I'm not really like that. If it comes, it comes. But right now, especially I had to explain to her, because um I was living in where I was living. Anyway, but I told her, I was like, well, I went through a lot. And nah, I'm good. You understand, but you get what I'm saying. And the reason why I was so kind of like laid back is because, like, now, even though I've spoken to her 2 years ago, you understand, I'm feeling all her sexual energy, but I don't know how to react, because if I give her all of the fire fiery Aries, or all of the watery Pisces, or whatever masculine energy, she, she may not take it. You understand? And I don't want to be shut down, so I'm just, kind of like acting like a cool man. You understand? I'm just like, okay. I'm like, she's saying this. I'm like, well, I'm not into that, just kind of type of talking like that. You understand? She's like, I was like, and then and yes, it this conversation about, okay, what I'm into and all that. She was like, why don't you like? Because she wanted me to explain myself. Why don't I like being called honey or hun? I'm like, if you call me hun or sweetie, I'm gonna start thinking in a different way, like weird. You understand? You get it? And I don't know if you want me to feel like that for you per se, especially if we don't know each other. I don't know. I mean, I could be like that, but you understand, I could be accepting hun, but it's if you're calling me honey or hun, you understand, I explain myself very well. I mean, it's gonna make me feel weird feelings. I'm gonna feel like our friendship is different. And should I think like that or what? I don't know whether it's intimately romantic or not. And I don't really like to look at it as romantic. It's kind of like, it's, you understand, it's like honey, like, oh honey. I've never really gotten used to somebody just calling me honey. I just feel like it's an insult all the time. And from my insult, from my research, it is an insult. You understand? You just don't use it. Damn it. Oh hon, oh dear. Come on now. Even if sometimes I may look like a deer. Now, do you need to call me deer because I'm drinking Deer Park? No, you don't do that. You call me Ada. You call me my name that you know is my name, or you call me by my middle name, or you call me Nebune, or you call me, yay, Intuitive Talks, or you don't have to call me Intuitive Talks. You could just call me. You call me baby. Oh god! Before, I used to not like being called baby, but it used to sound like hun to me. Honey, hun, hon. Oh god! I wish I could slap her, but for saying that, like, for real. But yeah, we're just talking. I was like, well, it's just gonna make me feel weird, and I was trying my best not to let her know that, listen, I dig you, and it's kind of obvious because the whole time she was the one seducing me. It's like you think you like someone, but the whole time they're the ones that is seducing you. Not that you didn't like them. They're the ones that are seducing you all this time. That's the power of a woman. The feminine energy, like you think that, oh yeah, 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 you're ready to jump in and out, up and down, up and down. You understand, with your dick. But the whole time she's the one that is, using that watery energy to draw you in. I find it amazing. You know why? Because I'm not good at being seductive. Even if I can be good sometimes, I like to charm with all of the energy of my Aries sun, and maybe my south nodes of many, many past lives of being a Leo, whether man or woman. You know, but yeah, that's how it was. And bottom line, we ended up having phone sex. You understand? Before then, she was like, oh, okay, so let me ask you something. I forgot exactly what I said, that prompted her to ask me a question. Before she asked me, I was like, yes. Yes. She was like, oh, so will you be into a woman? I was like, yeah, I am into women. You understand? And sometimes when I feel like a woman is starting to give me some kind of game, I really turn on my cool masculine energy to the power 100. I'll just be playing it cool. I'm like, okay, yeah, like, Okay, I remain cool, and I think that's what they love. I think they like that. But it's almost as if they take advantage of that, that I almost become like a sex toy. And mind you, you understand, like in my adult life, like I haven't really like had sex with many women. You understand? And forgive me for talking about having sex with women. I don't think I had luck with men. Like I said, I had phone sex and virtual sex with women. With men, I had luck in different ways, but for the most part, it wasn't sexual. And when it was sexual, I think it was more of astral projection, or just like a mental type of sex, or psychological type of sex, like or like a psychic type of sex. You understand, like not physically or even virtual or even phone sex, but just to encounter, like have conversation with someone I wouldn't have conversation with on a normal basis. Maybe like, I don't know, connect with him. You understand? Well, it wasn't physical, you understand, but just yeah, like cancer season is real. Like you would really want that masculine energy because you're so feminine. You understand? So, like I said, if I haven't said it before, I have said it. I tend to like attention. You know, even to my detriment. But it's not my intention. So for that, I've gone through a lot of embarrassing moments. You understand, where I want attention, and I end up being the laughing stock of everyone because maybe wardrobe malfunction, or just me just doing something stupid instead, getting up when I'm supposed to sit down. Like for example, anyway, I will hold that thought. If I remember it, I remember. If I don't, I don't. Because it's quite embarrassing. I don't really want to say it. So this girl, started having phone sex, and you know, I'm quite good at phone sex, and I usually have phone sex with men, once in a while. But having phone sex with a woman, it was a different experience for me. And then the next morning, having virtual sex with her. Whoa, God. God, like it's so good. It's so good. I'm telling you. And then that's when the phone decided that it wanted to be disturbing and breaking, and I don't like it. Why? Why? Thunder will fire anybody that tried to disturb that conversation, that the virtual sex I was trying to have. It wasn't even physical. Like I couldn't even get known through the internet like this. Well, but I did. I got some, and she let me see. And I was thanking her profusely, thanking her, like for allowing me to, you know, gaze upon gaze upon her glory. Like it was. I thank God. And when we had phone sex that night, it was the bed. I felt in ways where I think I rarely feel, where the bed was oceanic. Like it, I was so wet. Like the bed was wet, everything was wet, and I was just like, whoa. You get what I'm saying? I was just telling her, I was like, I was like, wow. I was like, wow. Okay, forgive the mess. Okay, I don't know why I did that. Anyway, so oceanic, like I guess, and I guess the experience was with the perfect person, uh, a cancer person during the cancer season, a cancer woman. Whoa, and it was like after she was done, she was like, "Oh, and on the phone, she was like, how many times will you want to have it?" I'm like, "Wow, cancers are so sexual." I mean, I should have known that. You understand? Because they're water signs. Like, I thought I was sexual, you know. Maybe a lot of trauma that has happened to me has caused me not to be as sexual as I know I can be. Um, but thankfully for this season, at least, and sometimes I'm able to get that boost, like how this cancer woman was able to interact with me, and I was able to kind of like awaken things that I already know how to do. Like, in general, even though I've not had a lot of sex with women, I or have I? Anyway, okay, well, I feel like I'm good with women. I feel like I'm able to deal with women. I'm able to interact with women sexually very well. I think I am. You understand? Once I get past that awkwardness, and I hope it's the right word. I went to school, but still, I'm trying. That awkward. Once I get through that awkward feeling, that weird feeling of, I'm about to do something. You understand? And, me feeling awkward about, okay, do I look nice, hygiene, okay, this, that, teeth, this, and all that. So, but anyway, um, it was it was a nice experience, and she was very sexual. And even though it was so weird, I was able to still experience, my sexuality. And I'm not saying that I hide it. I hide it from my parents, even though I know that they know, or that they somewhat suspect me, or suspect me a lot because of my demeanor and how I act. You know, they tease me, or they taunt me about it. I'm not saying my mom, and I know if my biological mom was alive, I know she wouldn't like that type of thing, because she doesn't speak um, well about it. But yeah, wonderful. And then the next morning was, she made an appointment. She was like, we're gonna do. She was like, okay, we're gonna have phone sex again tomorrow, whatever. And I'm feeling, because after you orgasm, or you just you're done with sex. Even if you don't orgasm, you're tired. Or you've you've released. It's kind of like a man. It's like, okay, I'm done. You understand? And then somebody's talking about, in a couple of hours they want more sex. So it was, I was just like, okay. And she's giving an order. She's giving order. She's just like, oh, oh, you could sleep now. Now you can sleep from now to 10 o'clock, and you better be on your phone. Something like that. She was just, she was too bossy in a way where, to be honest, I didn't really. You know what? It was nice to see that she was bold, and I appreciated it, because at the end of the day, it made me to, kind of like wake up, take a shower. You understand? Put this wig on. You know, you know, makeup, all that, which I normally would not even bother myself to do most of the time. unless if I get church. If I go to church, going to church to me, if I've not said it, is like going to the club. I really want to look sexy as fuck. I want to look sexy. I want to look hot. And when I'm dancing, even though I'm dancing for the Lord, anyone who knows me, that thought over there, that thought over there, that whole over there, that whole over there. I'm serious. I'm dancing for the Lord. I'm trying to move at the strike of the drum. I'm trying to move. I'm telling you, I move and they love it. Even if they may look a certain way, they are loving it. They need to see that hole over there dancing, which is me, which is her Royal Highness, Her Majesty. Dance. And I don't even know what I'm dancing. I barely move all the time, but when I go to the church, I move, even though I sweat easily. You understand? And then my whole clothes will be drenched. You see, kind of like wardrobe malfunction on this, just sweating and, dancing, feeling hot. The only reason why I really like church is for the praise and worship section, and, to dance at the praise and to sing. You understand? And that's another thing, what I noticed during, the cancer season. I was I was I was singing, dancing, and in order to do this wig, it was a lot that went into it. Like, it took many days for me to achieve this wonderful thing that I'm just feeling myself about. Don't I deserve? Don't I deserve? Don't I deserve the opportunity to just glorify myself for doing this? As a woman, you understand? To hearken on to my ancestral guides and just do this. You know, because my crown fell out, and I feel like it has to do with supernatural reasons. Like, another tragic event happened sometime last year, and I'm trying to be discreet as possible. And when that happened, you know, I don't know why my hair fell out, but I felt like a certain person, a woman who, you know, I know doesn't love me or care about me or doesn't have goodwill for me, and that is jealous of me and or envious of me. Um, she touched my hair, and my hair was not the same anymore. I kid you not. Well, my beautiful crown, like literally the crown and like the back of my hair just fell, and it's like a big gap there, a big gash. I know gash is not a good word to say, because gash is literally like a gash, like a opening of skin, but it's kind of like a space, and I'm doing what I can, and I hope it's helping, but I'm afraid, you understand, about certain things not working. But I know that, I know how to hair, I know how to do hair, and you understand, it's not like I know, because if you see how nervous I was just sitting down trying to sew like frontal lace wig, I mean, no, not wig, frontal lace track for the first time, sewing the frontal, you understand, sewing it. And just to sew, I was so nervous, it's like, why are you nervous for me to do this? Oh, I just don't have to be nervous, but I was really nervous, and to just get the finished product of it being so beautiful, and me having, a chance to still look beautiful even with my hair, you know, falling out and me trying to revitalize it. And even if I didn't do this, I still have another hair that I did the other time where, you know, even though there's a big I keep saying gosh, a big space here, I could still, you know, put my hair, do it, manipulate it, and put it in a bond and look as cute as a button. Every time I go out there, like, oh, you look good, you look good. Mind you, also, uh, I was also able to, even though there was a big gash, I'm just gonna start using gash. Even though there was a big opening at my back here, I still would go out sometimes like that, very confident, even with still being highly conscious about, you know, what the back of my hair looked like. There were times I look in the mirror, I'm like, I'm good with me just being with my hair out, bald headed, without being it stretched or manipulated, except for just push my hand like just around my head, you know. So I think, yeah, cancer season, you know, helped me to, you know, do this hair. And as I was doing it, I was learning how to sing. I was singing, even singing while teaching myself how to sing, dancing. And also, I still, many people may think I know different languages. There's no other language that I know how to speak better than English. But I am familiar with other languages. My favorite language is French. However, I do love Spanish, and but my first love is French. However, the tribe that my dad is from is Igbo, so I am from the Igbo tribe, but I don't know how to speak Igbo. But when I was doing, even before I was doing the wig, you know, sometimes I just will make myself. I wasn't disciplined about it to teach myself how to speak the language. Since I'm already familiar with it, I can hear to an extent the language. You understand? You know, I'll just force myself, like at night I'll either have to watch a Nigerian movie or an African movie that is that is spoken in French, or or it's spoken in Igbo. And you know, with that, my Igbo got better, and I felt that if I continued with that, continued with discipline, if I continued routinely, I'll be super perfect in speaking, or I'll be fairly decent. I'll be decent in speaking Igbo, which sometimes I'm able to grab, you know, and my tongue is able to pick it up. Like, you know, I'm the true Igbo girl I am. Actually, true Igbo goddess. I always feel like I'm an Igbo goddess. I feel like I'm an Igbo goddess. I really feel like an Igbo goddess when I look at myself. When they say Igbo, I just don't want to be that Igbo girl. Like, I feel I want to be known as like an Igbo goddess, for real. Uh, so I did that, you know, when I was doing the hair. There was this song that I always played all the time, and I'll sing it. It's like I became possessed with the language. It was sung in like a do or delta Igbo, but I think it's a do. So I was singing it, singing it, singing it. By the way, the song is Emema by Plantation Boys. EMEMMA. So I love it. I love the song, and I'll sing it, and I'll play Angelique Kidjo, her songs. I'll play other songs, and there was just a way the song will feel on my body. You understand? It's just a different feel. You know, if any woman is listening to this recording, like, you understand what I'm talking about when I say, you know, how you feel when you're about to come on your period, or when you know your PMSing, or when you're on your period. The songs, they, let me use this, you know, slang way of talking. It hits different. The song hits different. The song feels different. like it feels different in your body. You understand? I don't know if it has to do with the chakras. I think it has to. You understand? It just feels different. It makes you move different. It makes you sound different. You understand? So I love that. You understand that feeling of feeling girly sometimes, or sounding womanly, sounding sexy and seductive. Duh. Isn't that what I said I'm not? But I was able to feel like a woman. So why would you love being a woman? It's like Cancer season is that season where you really, really enjoy being a woman. Where if you truly understand what being a woman is, you know that you just have to be a woman. You don't have to slave in 9 to 5. You could do that because you're bad like that. You could do that because we're living in the age where you just gotta be independent, unless people are gonna look down on you. But still, you just being a woman. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, singing, dancing. Even though usually with every season, I dance differently. I am different. I do notice that during the watery sign seasons, except for maybe Scorpio, but yes, still Scorpio, I feel like singing more than dancing. You understand? But I try to force myself to dance because that's the whole aim. I try to do it like a ritual to dance. But like the undisciplined child that I am, even though I was a disciplined, I am the most, I am the most disciplined, undisciplined child, if that makes any sense. But yes, I am. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I know especially during the beginning of the season, I told myself, okay, I'll walk. And I don't work a regular 9 to 5 like right now. You know, I don't work a regular 9 to 5 right now. But what I did, I was just like, okay, I'll get up out of bed, I'll walk, I'll make sure I get sunlight, I'll make sure I moon gaze. Ask me how many times I've moon gazed. I've never moon gazed for a long time. Maybe I've sun gazed, but not even during the Cancer season. That has been a long time. I think the last time I really, really sun gazed was in March, somewhere around Pisces season, close to my birthday. But I started walking, and that was good for me. And I felt that that was totally like Capricorn energy, where I will have to, it may be Cancer energy, but I felt it was Capricorn, where I just have to get the sunlight, let the sun come on me, because I believe Cancer represents the moon. So you understand, I think I should have been worried about moon gazing, but I felt that I should balance things. Because one time I was in the comments of one of the brothers that I used to, that not that I used to, that I watch, that I watch, um, you know, from time to time, and his name is Flight Boss Dolo, the pilot man. So Flight Boss. So I just had to shout him out. I'll shout him out. So well, he already has, yeah. Well, I was in his comments on one of the many talks that he always has. He almost every day he has something to say. That guy can talk like how I'm talking. That guy, he's a true Aries. Like he talks and talks and talks. God, like he talks. Anyway, he talks. He talks. I mean, anyway, I was in the comments and I was like, oh, I'm kind of like, don't know how to balance my energies, because all this, with every season, I have the signs placement in the opposite house. You understand? And I'm trying to act like what I need to act like for the season, but I'm just gonna be the total opposite. You understand? Like, I don't know what to do. So it's kind of like I thought that it would be better because it's the opposite. You understand? And I just have to do things the opposite way. So, a man, I think, a man gave me great advice, or a young guy, or whoever it was. He gave me great advice, and he was like, "It's not about doing things opposite or doing things um, trying to fit the way things are supposed to be done. It's kind of like having that balance." So he's like, just a balance of the signs. So that struck a chord in me where I was like, it was almost like an aha moment where I started to think. I was like, oh, so what I need to do is balance Capricorn with Cancer. Balance the opposite side that I'm feeling with the season. Because I can't just be acting opposite, because that's what I tend to do. I act opposite, and it's kind of like, but we're in the season of where you're supposed to be doing like that season, right? That's what I thought. Maybe I'm still thinking the wrong thought. But it's kind of like you respect the Cancer season while knowing that you're Capricorn, and knowing fully well that you incorporate the Capricorn traits of yourself into the Cancer season, to how to where it benefits Cancer. You understand? And that's how it is. So whether I'm learning it or not, at least I'm aware of it, and I know that. So that is how I felt roughly for the um, Cancer season. I think it's roughly over an hour, and I've been talking on and on and on. And this is my very, very first video. Um, Besides what's gonna be the introduction, by His grace. I hope it uploads successfully. If not, I'll figure out how to do it. This will be the very first video of Intuitive Talks. So I applaud you for tuning in and watching this recording with me, or just watching this recording. You understand? And just listening to me and looking at my beautiful face and my teeth and my lips and my breasts. Um, well, thank you so much. And if I've not said it before, cancers represent the breast. So, I don't really need to be apologizing for breast, right? You understand? Many of us, we had breast milk. I didn't. I wish I did. If I have any kids, it's not going to stop me from breastfeeding them. I don't care whatever trauma. Like, I really want them to suck my breast and suck. I want them to get breast milk. Why won't I? So, and I want breast milk. Anyway, that's that. The breast represents home. And who doesn't want to be home? Who doesn't want to be in the comfort of their home? You understand? Yes, we love to go out. We love to have fun. But at the end of the day, at the end of it all, where do we go? We go home. Whatever it means. Whatever it means. At the end of the day, you have to go home. At the end of the day, it ends. It ends where? Home. À la maison. Home. Nulo. Ulo. Ulo means home. I hope I said it right. If I didn't, I already told you that I don't got it like that. But I do. So I hope I was able to give you a seasonal feeling recording on how I felt for the Cancer season, Um, Also, if I didn't mention it, I may have mentioned it indirectly. Pay attention to your ancestral guides. Some things you may think you don't know, and some things like from the previous season, like Gemini season. If I tell you what I went through Gemini season, maybe I have to do that, but I may not do that. I just want to move accordingly. Maybe I don't have to go back to Gemini when I'm already in Cancer. I, Gemini really prepped me a lot. Even I think all the seasons prepped me for Cancer. You understand? Like I said, it represents like I feel like it represents the moon cycle, like the woman's period, the woman's cycle. You understand? And it's just so beautiful. It's like the pictures, you understand, and everything where you may look like a little girl, you may look like a mother, you may look like a. And that's one thing I forgot to say about the girl's breast. Her breast was so. Besides being ginormous, like a ginormica, it was just it. There was something about her breasts like that looked like very motherly, like a mother ready to breastfeed, and I like that. So it was very good to just see it, and I was just like, whoa. Anyway, so that was just it, and it was so nice to be her big breast. So anyway, that well, what I was trying to say is, okay, just because you may not know something, maybe you're feeling like a little girl, or you're a little girl, which a lot of times I feel like that, like a little girl, like someone who doesn't know anything, even though I do, even though I went to school, even though whatever is whatever, even though I'm articulating myself to the best of my ability. Still, I would just say, oh, I don't know this and that. Okay, you don't know, but then that's intuition. Knowing without knowing is kind of like, okay, if I don't know it, my grandmother knows whether she's alive or not. My great grandmother knows, and you have to ask for the help of your grandmother, great grandmother, your ancestral guides, to do the things that you need to do. Even when you feel like you don't know it, you tune in with your mother, you tune in with your grandmother. It doesn't stop there. You tune in with your great grandmother. You understand? I tend to really glorify my grandmother, especially on my father's side. But make no mistake about it, I still know, and I'm aware of my semblance of my grandmother on my mother's side, grandmother on my father's side, and of course, nobody has to tell you I am my mother. And whether I'm bold about it or I'm not, I'm shy about it, it is what it is, whether somebody believes it or not. And that reminds me, I had a conversation, argument with my uncle, who was trying to say I don't look like certain persons who raised me, who is my mother, who took care of me as a mother. You understand? um Supposed to be like a functional mother. So I said I look like her, and he was like, no. When I know what I know. And I had to kind of tell him. It was too what's up. I was like, after I told him, yes, you may not see it, but I'll take the good from her, even though I don't want the bad. Do you know what I know? Oh God, he's so annoying. Like, why are you arguing with me? You think you're smarter than me? That uncle thinks he's smarter than me. He's lucky. He's lucky that he doesn't know. Anyway, that's besides the point. That's besides the point. Your ancestor knows. Your ancestral guides know. Cancer's time would have been and it's a time to really connect with who you are at your core, meaning your mother. You understand? Because you came out of the womb of your mother. You understand? Your mother, your grandmother who birthed her. You understand? Your great grandmother who birthed your grandmother, and her great great grandmother, and your great great grandmother, and and so on and so forth. And that's how I talk. You understand? And let's not forget about our grandfathers and our fathers. You understand? I remember my father, but your father is the one who started it all. He's the one that, believe it or not, he gave of the arrow. The arrow didn't miss, and that's why, voila, you have such a big juicy baby girl. A big juicy baby girl, just being born just like that. It's because of your dad. And of course, all the glory belongs to our mom, but you know, the dad. And that is why the masculine energy is still reigning supreme, for the feminine energy, you understand? And oh, I receive all the goodness of God, please. But when you come to me as a man, you see, this is Cancer season, even if it's almost ended. When you come to me, give me your all. Give me everything. I need it. I need your healing. I need to feel you. I need to know that you love my body. I need you to not hurt me. I need to understand by the way you're doing whatever you're doing to me. I need to understand that you love me with your love making, with how you love me, with how you defend me. It's not my job to defend my honor. Yes, I do it. Even if it is, even if what I just say is a blunder, it's your job as a father, as a brother, as my lover, as my friend, to defend my honor. If you didn't know, it's my uncle, it's my grandfather. And yes, you have to provide for me. I mean, because I didn't ask to be a woman, even though I'm very masculine. I didn't ask for this. You see, I didn't ask for this. Or maybe I did. And for the fact that I got it, well, it means I do got it like that. Even if I lose sight of it, which I have many times, which is why, I just slip into feeling sad, the D word, depression, that is not deep. You understand? It's because what are you depositing there? Because I'm receiving what you're giving me. I am. I have no reason not to receive it. I have no choice but to receive it. I will receive it. Everything. You understand? And as a woman, I think I'm entitled to it. And don't feel bad about being entitled to what you're entitled to as a woman. You understand? Even though I'm bold, I'm really shy about it because people don't really see it like how I see it. You don't have to suffer. You understand? You could just be a woman. You could just be a daughter. You could be a sister. You can be a friend. And you can just be nothing. So I'm giving myself power to just be nothing. Even though it looks like I'm confident saying it now, nothing in a good way, meaning zero as a positive number, is still positive. It's positive. So I think that's what I have because I've rambled on for too long. I hope you enjoy cancer season. Like I said, in general, I can't fit my whole life experience. I wish I could in like in the best way I can. You understand? You know. But this is what I have. Very very powerful manifestation type of season, Cancer. I think this is the most powerful season in to manifest, and with as much things that I've manifested, I felt that I could have manifested more if I just believed in the power of the feminine energy and believed in the power of the creative energy, and that's what the sacral chakra is also. The power of the pleasure, the, I was about to say the pleasure principle, and that's by Janet Jackson. You understand? It's the pleasure chakra. You understand? And it belongs to, it's actually from a woman. You understand? You know. Quickly before I leave, and I don't want to sound like a hypocrite. Like I said, I'm not disciplined with this, and I need to be disciplined with this. That's what Capricorn is letting me know, that I'm not disciplined and I need to be disciplined. You understand? Um, Learn how to dance. Learn how to be comfortable with your sexual energy. Learn to enjoy sex. Learn to release trauma, like through dance and through also asking your ancestral guides for help. And also it also helps when you listen to a different language. If you don't know how to speak a language, it's not an excuse. You can immerse yourself, or immerse yourself into a certain language, you understand, and just assimilate the language. Like, I do this, I love this, love doing this. Like, I hate to hang around people who can speak Igbo. Like right now, a lot of people don't know me, you understand. I may look American or I may look something else. Until you speak to me, that's when you know, you understand, that I'm something else with what else I look like. You understand? I don't really like to hang around Igbo people. It's not that I don't like to hang around them. Of course, feeling at home on my father's side, watching it is very entertaining. You understand? And it's like, for me, it's always like watching a lion's den is watching like what goes on in the lion's den when I'm with my people, like when I'm with my tribe, or when I'm with the people of my tribe, of my culture. You understand? It's so funny that sometimes I can't even help myself but laugh, because the women are like lionesses. Then you have the princesses. You understand? They are the princes. Let's not forget their royal highnesses, the lions themselves, the men. It's just so funny to behold. You understand? But I don't like to do that. I don't like to hang around people that I know, like Igbo people. I would rather hang around the other tribes people, like maybe the Yoruba people, even though I'm uncomfortable a little bit. You understand? It gives me time to be thrown into something new, learn something new, and be acquainted with something that I now know, even if I don't know it. You understand? And that's intuition. Once again, me explaining intuition. And same thing with French. You understand? The fact that you may say, oh, I don't know something. It's not true. Especially in this day and age, you know everything. You just have to know without knowing it. You understand? And teach yourself how to know it. If you don't know it, once again, call upon your ancestral guides. It's easy. Like, people think maybe I do witchcraft. Besides, me being a regular witchcraft, meaning me as myself as a woman is a witchcraft. There is nothing that this baby really knows how to do. I'm still learning. I just pray, and I don't pray all the time. I pray because I trust in the universe. You understand? But I'm beginning to pray more because I know that I slack with my energy, and a lot of nonsense has happened to me. You don't even want to. A lot of things have happened to me, like I'm sure it has happened to a lot of people like you. So I pray. I've literally like prayed, you understand, before a tarot reading. And I believe that was during the Gemini season. I prayed. I was like, ancestral guides, you're welcome here. You understand? You're welcome in me. And I felt possessed by the energy, and I really love it. I really love the feeling of feeling that my grandmother is with me. You understand? And even my other grandmothers, and knowing fully well that sometimes when I'm possessed to eat certain food, or when they nudge me not to eat it, I know that they're the ones that is doing it, and I'm grateful for their energy. So just be grateful for your ancestral guides, even though it may seem weird. They're guiding you. They're a guide. You understand? And also, I like to look at myself and as a guide too, as an intuitive guide. And it's not like I'm trying to toot my horn, but I am what I am, and you are what you are. So just know yourself. It's not that you don't know; you can know without knowing, and I believe that is what the Cancer period wants to teach us. You understand? Besides intuition, it's kind of like just knowing this, the cycle of your period, and knowing the power of your period and using it to the best of your advantage. It will make your ancestral guides happy. It will make you happy, and it will make you really feel powerful. So I hope I have shared some insight into the cancer feeling, into the cancer season feeling. You understand, through my eyes, through my seeing, through my through through my seeing eyes, or through my ears, through wherever it came from, through my impulse, through my intuition. um I hope I was able to shed insight into that. And feel free to share share your own experience, and post it for me to see. um Feel free to I don't know, um do whatever you need to do that you're nudged to do. And if you don't agree with me, um I will look forward to the people who agree with me. And if you don't agree with me, that is, you get what I'm saying. It's really, really, you know it's all good. You understand? After all, you understand, intuition is knowing without knowing. You understand? So what do you know? Or what don't you know? I know. All right, so that's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to Intuitive Talks with Adanina. And Nebuline is a mother, is a mother, is a mother. I just intuited into it. You intuited into it. We intuited into it. We all intuited into it. I just intuited into it, and I'm just connecting the dots while also just remembering memory. Take care, everyone. Stay blessed. Happy Cancer season, y'all.